Hi, I'm Suino Sensei. I teach karate and other martial arts at the Japanese Martial Arts Center. We're over here in Ann Arbor, and I'm going to show you today a little bit of basic karate, tell you a little bit about the history of what we do, why we do it, and what you should and should not do with it. So let's get started. Karate means empty hand. It's a word that describes the fact that when you do karate, you're not using weapons, although there are weapons parts to karate. It comes from Okinawa, which you may know is an island south of Japan. And it's been used for self-defense and physical fitness for many, many years. Here's the first thing you need to know. Karate is for defense only. After you learn what we teach you today, you're not going to run home and punch your siblings. You don't hit your parents. You never hit your teachers. Instead, the only time it's acceptable to use karate outside of practice is in real self-defense, when you're in real danger of somebody hurting you or attacking you. Here's the thing to remember. Try to stay relaxed. Try to breathe. And remember that you always want to be low in karate so that you have a good base, that you're solidly grounded. That's true in life, and it's also true in karate. The first thing you need to know is how to make a fist. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to take your hands and you're going to fold your fingers once, you're going to fold your fingers twice, then pull in with your thumb. Here's how a good fist looks. It's flat on the top. You don't want to bend your wrist because then you're going to hit with the wrong knuckles and you could hurt your wrist. You want to make it flat on the top. So if you think about the bones in your forearm, they go all the way through to the two big knuckles on your fingers. Don't punch with these little ones. That's a good way to break this bone. Instead, you try to hit with the two major knuckles of both hands. In karate punching, we pull the hands back. This is called chamber position. It's parallel to the floor, and you want it nice and tight. So if you're doing karate, you should be able to hear your elbows rub against the side of your body. What you're going to do is you're going to keep your palm up and go down center and turn it over at the last minute. So each hand goes out and turns over at the last minute. Each hand goes out and turns over at the last minute. As you get better at this, you want to start using your hips for power. No matter how big your arms are, they're not as big as your body, and your body has a lot more power than your arms. So when we punch, we don't just use the arms. That might be a way to move really fast, but it's not as powerful as if we use the hips and keep our arms relaxed. So your elbows stay in close to the body, and what you're going to do is you're going to turn your hip, and then you're going to turn your hip. You turn it out to punch, turn it back to pull back. This takes a little practice, so start slow. You're going to go hip, punch, hip, punch, hip, punch, hip, punch. Let's try a few together. I'm going to count in Japanese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only I'm going to do it in Japanese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. How was that? Make sure you stay relaxed. Don't forget to breathe. If you tighten up in karate, it's going to make you slow and you're going to get tired really fast. Basic punching. Let's do 4 more and then we're going to move on. Hands in chamber, nice and tight, parallel to the floor. Start with your right hand, out and turn it over. Here we go, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's what I want you to know. There's something called a ready stance. Your feet are a little wider than your shoulders, or the widest part of your body. Your knees are a little bit bent, and your hands in fists are in front. This is the guard position. You'll hear the sensei say, ready position, please. Then everybody goes here, yes sir. And we move to our ready position. And you stand there and you wait for instructions. The teacher gives you instructions and you move on. The other thing we do, because it's a Japanese martial art, is our respect is expressed through a bow. It's not religious or anything. We just bow to show our mutual respect. So you're not being submissive, you're not being religious, you're just going, I respect you and I'm ready to practice safely together. What we're going to work on together today is something called kihon, kata, ich. Kihon, kata, ich. Kihon means basic, kata means form, ich means one. That means there's more than one, but we only have time for one today. Kihon, kata, each. Basic form number 1. And the idea of a form is you've got an imaginary set of opponents that you're going to defend against and counter-strike. Remember what I said. Don't use karate except in self-defense. Kihon, kata, each goes in 5 directions. It's actually 4, but you return to one. You go to your front, to your left, to your back, your right, and then back to the front. So you basically go around like a clock. And the key is you're moving in what's called a front stance. Front stance, you're facing forward, your front knee is bent, hips and shoulders square, and it's really strong because that back leg is straight. You can push power out that way. So we move and step in a front stance. So we're going to go through it once, and I'm going to talk to you about some parts. Before we do, we've got to at least see what the basic blocks are. There's 4 blocks. An upper block, where you go in front and protect your head. See how I turn my fist out? A lower block, if someone punches low, you protect low. And if someone grabs your wrist, you sweep their hand right off your wrist. A cross block, where if someone's trying to punch you in the middle, you move it over to the side across your front. And an outer block, or middle block, which is in the opposite direction. Someone punches the middle, you move their hands out to the side. Something important to remember about these blocks. They're not strike. They're smooth. The punch comes and you move it out of the way smoothly. Again, try to stay relaxed. If you're relaxed, you're going to move faster. You won't get tired as fast. And a relaxed mind sees the big picture. A tight mind sees the small picture, and you lose track of important things. Let's go through those blocks one more time, and then we're going to go through Kihon, kata 1, Kihon, kata each, and move forward again. So, make an X with your arms. The one that's on the outside rolls up, goes over your head, palm out. And it comes down, now the other hand's on the outside, and you make an upper block. Let's do 8 of those. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach. Good. Every time a punch comes here, you upper block. Get it out of the way. The other hand comes back to chamber. You know why? Because it's ready to go out if you need it. That's upper block. Lower block is if someone punches low or kicks low. We're not going to learn kicks today, but you need to know how to block for them. In the lower block, you're going to bring your hand up first and sweep down. Use the little finger edge. Imagine your hand was like a sword, and you're cutting out here, but you're just going to sweep the arm out of the way. The other hand comes up, sweeps out of the way. Don't worry if your hands get confused. Practice it a little bit, and you're going to get really good at it. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, look, sich, hach. Lower block. Now we're going to do 2 blocks that cover the middle part. Cross block and middle block. The first one, cross block, hand comes up and clears across. Use your forearm edge to push that across. So you come up and across, up and across. Let's do it. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, look, sich, hach. So middle block goes down and then blocks. Imagine a punch coming to the middle. Down and then block. Down and then block. So let's do it. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, look, sich, hach. Good. Excellent work so far. Make sure you're relaxed and breathe. We do a lot of exercises to relax and breathe so that we can stay healthy, get fit, keep our minds open. The kind of karate we do here is called Goju-ryu, hard, soft karate. Sometimes you're tight, so if someone hits you, you're good to go. And sometimes you're relaxed, so you can move fast. You gotta have both. It's just like you put your right foot forward, then your left. Like you breathe in, and then you breathe out. You open, and then you close. Open, and then you close. Goju means constantly evolving, moving forward, like the yin and the yang. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Okay, here's the deal. We worked on basic punches, front stance, upper block, lower block, cross block, and middle block. We're going to put them all together. Don't worry if this is a little complicated at first. We're going to go through it a few times and stop and talk about some of the details. Goju kata all starts the same. You start with your heels together, nice and upright. And usually we say the name of the kata. Anybody remember what the name of the kata is? It's kihon kata ich, basic kata number 1. So we'll call it out. Kihon kata ich! And you're ready to go. Now here's what we do. We put our hands down like this, left over right, and then you go heels out, toes out. This looks very strong, but you want to stay relaxed. Step back with your right leg, cover, upper block. Very good. Now step forward with your right leg. This is a front stance, and punch about this high. When we do that, we make a ki, a power shout. Hey! Good job. Now from here, I turn my left foot. So I'm pointing directly to the left side, and I circle back with my right. So now that front stance is pointing to the right, and I go lower block with my left arm. I step in, and I punch middle with my ki, my power shout. Hey! I turn my left, I circle my right, and I go cross block. Step in, hey! Turn my left, I circle my right, middle block, step in, hey! Last, I turn back to the front, lower block, step in, and the last punch is about here, high punch. Hey! We step back. See, I have a fist and a hand. At the bottom, I have 2 hands open. They go to my sides. And then, to show my respect, I bow. So you start calm, and then you get very powerful. Go 5 directions, and then you end calm as well. Don't forget to stay relaxed and breathe. You're doing great. So what have we done so far? We did ready position, feet a little wider than your shoulders, hands in guard position. We did basic punching, down center, elbows in close, turn it over at the last minute. We did upper block, lower block, cross block, and middle block. We also did a front stance and turning in the front stance. Front knee bent, hips and shoulders square, back leg pretty straight. Don't get tight here. You need to be able to move. And then to turn, we turned our left, circle with the right, and now we're facing on a right angle from where we started. Are you ready to go through kihon kata ich one more time? Let's do it. So we stand up very, very straight. Our heels are together. We call it out, kihon kata ich. And then we go here, left over right. It's called yoe in Japanese. And then heels out, toes out, open. See how I open my chest and breathe in. Ready to go. Step back with the right, upper block. Step in, good front stance, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right, lower block. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right, cross block. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right, middle block. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right, lower block. The last punch is high. Step in. Aye. I step back. My heels are together. One fist, one hand. Both hands are open. Hands at my sides. And bow. It's called rei, or courtesy in Japanese. Remember, karate is about being relaxed, being fit, and using only in self-defense. But if you practice over and over again and you focus with your mind, you can get better and better, more efficient, help build your body, build your lungs, and give you a more focused, disciplined mind. In the old days, they used to hit a wooden board with rope on it. Some people still do. Modern times, we hit punching bags and things like that. You can build up your knuckles so that they don't get hurt when you hit something. But if you're doing karate and you do goju long enough, your body will get very strong too. Don't try that at home unless you're already conditioned. Again, heels together, standing up straight, call it out, kihon kata ich. Yoe, left over right, heels out, toes out, hips forward. Standing relaxed, but look strong. Step back, right foot, block left. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn your left, circle the right. Lower block. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right. Cross block. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right. Middle block. Step in, punch, middle. Aye. Turn the left, circle the right. Lower block. Step in, punch, high. Aye. Step back. One fist, one hand, two hands, hands at your sides. And that's how we finish. Don't forget, ready stance, front stance. Punching, upper block, lower block, cross, middle. And our final piece of the puzzle, the kata, the form, like an imaginary fight against 5 opponents. They're attacking you, you don't attack them. Called kihon kata each. Basic kata number 1. Last time together. Heels together, hands at your sides. Get a good breath. Relax your shoulders one more time. And let's make it the best one of the day. Call it out. Thank you so much for being a part of today's lesson at the Japanese Martial Arts Center. I'm Suino Sensei. I teach here and I'd love to meet you sometime. But whatever you do, practice safely, take good care of your friends and family, and hopefully someday, if all goes well, I'll see you on the mats.